Биыл Қазақстан мен Еуроодақ арасындағы кеңейтілген серіктестік және ынтымақтастық туралы келісімге қол қойылғанына 10 жыл толады. Антонио Кошта мырзаның сапары осы мерейлі меже қарсаңында өтіп жатыр. Мен мұны ықпалдастығымызды дамыту жолындағы маңызды шара деп санаймын. Президент Кошта аса көрнекті және ықпалды саясаткер. Ол өңірлік және жаһандық тұрақтылық пен қауіпсіздікті сақтауға зор еңбек сіңірді. Сондай-ақ Қазақстан мен Еуроодақ арасындағы ынтымақтастықты нығайтуға өлшеусіз үлес қосып келе жатыр. Осыған орай бүгін мен президент Антонио Кошта мырзаны бірінші дәрежелі достық орденімен марапаттадым. Бұл қазақ елінің сізге деген ерекше құрметі және шынайы ризашылығы. Ladies and gentlemen, President Costa and I have just concluded very productive talks held in an open, friendly and constructive atmosphere. Kazakhstan and the European Union are bound by comprehensive cooperation, mutual trust and understanding. We have covered a wide-ranging agenda and reaffirmed the strong commitment to elevating our partnership to new heights. As I have just mentioned, President Costa's visit comes on the eve of the 10th anniversary of our enhanced partnership and cooperation agreement. Kazakhstan was the first country in Central Asia to have signed and ratified this new generation accord. This landmark document has become the foundation of our bilateral relations. It covers key areas of interaction, including trade, investment, infrastructure, innovation, culture, and even more. Kazakhstan remains fully committed to implementing and unlocking its full potential in the years ahead for the benefit of our peoples. A central focus of our discussions was economic cooperation. The European Union is Kazakhstan's largest trade and investment partner. Our bilateral trade reached almost $50 billion last year. Since 2005, the European Union has invested nearly $200 billion into our economy. More than 4,000 companies with the European capital successfully operate in our country. We agreed today on steps to further increase and diversify our trade and investment ties. Kazakhstan will continue to ensure stable and transparent investment climate for European businesses. We see great opportunities to venture in energy efficiency, critical minerals, digital technologies, and transport connectivity. President Costa and I discussed ways to strengthen transport and logistics links, including our joint work on developing the Trans-Caspian International Transport Route, the Middle Corridor. We welcomed the active work of the Kazakhstan-EU Coordination Platform, the European Union's Global Gateway Initiative. Kazakhstan stands ready to support the EU's €12 billion investment package for Central Asia in transport, raw materials, green energy, and digital projects. We are confident that together we can turn Kazakhstan into a key Eurasian transportation hub, benefiting all sides. We also discussed opportunities to ensure energy security and stability of supplies and agreed to cooperate in broadening energy partnership into new areas such as critical minerals, nuclear sector, petrochemicals, as well as renewable energy. Our aim is to integrate Kazakhstan more deeply into European supply chains, not just as a supplier of raw materials, but by developing local processing, value-added production, and recycling capacities in line with EU standards. We also highlighted the growing engagement in the digital sphere, which, by sharing expertise and investing in technology, Kazakhstan and the EU are building a more inclusive and modern digital economy. Under the Team Europe initiative on digital connectivity, our countries are partnering to expand secure internet access via satellite, particularly in rural and hard-to-reach regions. We also agreed to consider the opportunity of hosting the first Central Asia EU Innovation Campus at the Astana hub to bring together startups, tech researchers, digital entrepreneurs. Kazakhstan appreciates the European Union's Horizon Europe and the Global Gateway vision, which supports secure and trusted digital connections worldwide, and we are proud to be part of this effort. Modernization of the agricultural sector and green transition was also high on the agenda. In the field of agriculture, we see significant potential to jointly develop technological projects in livestock breeding, crop production, deep processing of grain. People-to-people ties are essential to the long-term success of our partnership. I expressed gratitude for the EU's continuous support in the field of education, research, and academic mobility. Thousands of young Kazakh citizens have benefited from EU programs including Erasmus+, and we highly appreciate the EU's readiness to further expand these exchanges. Kazakhstan is committed to strengthening cooperation in higher education, including through deeper university partnerships, joint programs, and mutual recognition of qualifications. We look forward to continuing engagement with the EU partners on ways to simplify visa procedures for our citizens. Greater mobility will directly support education cooperation, scientific collaboration, cultural exchange, and B2B activities. Kazakhstan and the EU reaffirmed their commitment to upholding the United Nations Charter and the principles of international law. We also placed special emphasis on the importance of further advancing cross-regional cooperation. In this context, we believe that the Central Asia and EU dialogue platform has become an effective tool for addressing regional priorities across connectivity, trade, transport, green energy, water management, and digital transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, today's meeting has reaffirmed that we are entering a new stage of our partnership, one that is more strategic, dynamic, and future-oriented. I am confident that the agreements we reach today will soon translate into concrete projects and initiatives. I once again thank President Costa for the fruitful discussions and for his visit.
Good afternoon. I want to start by thanking President Tokayev for his warm welcome and kind hospitality here in Astana. It is a real honor to visit your country. My presence here reflects our intensified engagement with Kazakhstan and our shared ambition to bring this partnership to an even higher level. The cooperation between the European Union and Central Asia is entering a new phase of deepening our engagement. Today, together with President Tokayev, we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of the signature of our enhanced partnership and cooperation agreement with Kazakhstan. It was the first agreement of its kind with the Central Asian country, and it remains the solid foundation of our growing cooperation. The European Union is the first trade partner of Kazakhstan and also its first foreign investor. Kazakhstan, as third largest oil and uranium supplier for the European Union, is a key partner for our energy security. Our partnership is delivering concrete results. This week in Brussels, we just launched negotiations on a visa facilitation agreement. I know very well how these talks matter deeply to both Kazakh and European citizens. When concluded, this agreement will make it easier for our people to meet, study, work and invest, a real sign of the friendship between our peoples. Back in April, we held the first ever European Union Central Asia Summit in Samarkand, where we agreed to elevate our regional partnership to a strategic level and to focus our cooperation on a few key areas of shared interest with concrete deliverables. Transport, with the modernization of the ports in the Trans-Caspian corridor. Energy, climate and water, expanding the European Union investments in the hydropower infrastructures. Critical raw materials, with the establishment of a new laboratory to analyze the materials in the country instead of sending them abroad, a first step precisely to develop and keep the added value of transformation here in the country. Digitalization, by connecting remote schools to internet and improving satellite connections. And finally, deepening our people-to-people contacts. Since the summit, our cooperation in all these areas has gained real traction. And we are happy to see the work we are doing to improve investment climate. You can count on us to promote among European companies the huge potential of our economic cooperation. Kazakhstan is a very important regional transport connectivity hub and has an essential role in ensuring the completion of the Trans-Caspian corridor. My message is clear. There is a strong opportunity to take our cooperation much further, and as I reaffirmed to President Tokayev, the European Union stands ready to help unlock this potential for the benefit of both sides. Our meeting comes at a time of rising global tensions, with conflicts putting the international rules-based order under strain. As we know, the European Union has worked firmly with Ukraine to stop the war. And we are working closely with our partners and remain committed to a comprehensive, just and lasting peace in Ukraine. In this context, I want to stress my deep appreciation for Kazakhstan's consistent defense of the United Nations Charter and the rules-based order. We also welcome Kazakhstan's active and constructive role in regional stability, in particular your support to Armenia-Azerbaijan settlement. A peaceful and prosperous South Caucasus is vital for stronger links between Europe and Central Asia. The dynamism of Kazakhstan society, together with the economic, political and social reforms launched by President Tokayev, are an excellent basis for the progress of our cooperation to the next level. I'm convinced that together we can turn common challenges into shared opportunities for the future of our people and our societies. Thank you very much.